Hello, 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 hello. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the show. I am World Citizen News. I believe the link description is pinned. If not, I will post it in the chat. Welcome, everybody. How you doing? Uh, I believe today's topic is: Are your rights fading away? And if so, how? So basically, that's going to be the focus point. Now, we're free to discuss a variety of different things, different topics, but like I say, that's going to be the focal point of tonight, just to have some type of direction. So how's everybody? All the people that's in here, I need you to go and hit that like button right now. I've never asked that before, but hey, you know how the game is played on YouTube as far as the algorithm go. So, I don't expect too much out of this, but I'm doing this because I like doing it. Uh, do y'all see the link? Uh, Let me see if I got that link. Let me go ahead and post it just in case. Just a second. All right, I don't know if one of you mods got it. Do you have the link to the panel? If not, let me post it real quick. All right. All right, I think I posted it. All right, let's see who we have in here. We have the co-host of the show, Toe for Life. Somebody post his link. He is the co-host of this show. So everybody show him some love. What's up? Welcome to the show, Toe for Life. How you doing, brother?
How we doing today, everybody?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing great. Okay, we have Zombie backstage. Everybody give a warm welcome to Zombie. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going, man. It's going. All right, I see Keebler in the house. I see Dragonet. Who else is in here? Let me go through this chat real quick and throw some shout outs before we get started. Miss B, I see Miss B in the house. Who else is in Peg's place? How you doing, Peg?
I
Um,
challenged the females to come up into the panel.
okay, y'all hear that? He just challenged you. And how can you ignore a challenge from Zombie? You can't do it.
Come on.
How y'all guys doing? I just wanted to welcome everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because without the people in the chat, this wouldn't be a panel worth watching.
Right.
So, because I'm nobody, so I appreciate people tuning in and listening to me. So, thank you very much. Hey, but you know what? I think I'm one subscriber away from hitting 800. So, if anybody in here has not subscribed to me, go ahead and be that 800 subscriber.
Come on, let's get them to 1,000, folks. Come on now.
But you know what? When I do reach 1,000, we're gonna have a party, and we're gonna have a prize giveaway. All of us is gonna be the mods are gonna be in on there. The mods we're gonna get. Yeah, all the mods gonna get a free T-shirt. a World Citizen News free T-shirt. But then we're gonna have like giveaways to just random people that's in the chat, and then we may even have a cash giveaway for the mods and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be great, man. Well, the mods will get a T-shirt and some cash. I'm not gonna say how much when I hit that 1,000. But we're gonna turn it into like a little game or something. But I was thinking about that today. What y'all think?
Hey, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so Peg's place is not a female.
I knew
Just
that. You guys
just
didn't know
got
that,
that name. Well, see on YouTube or especially on the internet, you just can't assume anything.
right? But you
You
look
Yeah.
at
know,
it. You look at Peg's picture, and it's a guy.
Well, I can't even see it unless I need to get on the computer where I can blow it up because like on these phones, the icon is only so big. And then even on the TV, I'm watching this on the TV also. The icon is still small.
I'm gonna send you some links to some PCs or something on Amazon. You need to buy you one quick.
Yeah, I've been looking, man. I've been looking. So I can go ahead and get everything together so we can do a actual real show. I can, participate a little bit more as far as the backstage things
Yeah,
of that nature.
my video card was on fire the other night. I was looking inside the case and it was smoking.
Mm. What kind of video card did you have, or
Uh,
do you have?
it's a NVIDIA GE 710 or something like that. Some little rinky dink one. I'm about to upgrade my PC.
Yeah, especially for doing stuff like this.
I need to replace my laptop.
Yeah, my laptop, my screen is cracked and it's moving extremely slow. So I dare not try to host a party through the laptop, even if I put another monitor on it or something, because then it might crash or it just freezes, man. So yeah, it's just time to get me a new one. I gotta actually get two computers, maybe three, because I'm gonna need one for
A friend, a
business,
friend of
one
mine,
for
a friend of mine knocked my laptop off my coffee table and didn't pay attention, then stepped on it.
oh, that sucks. Did he pay
Yeah,
for it?
that
And
sucks.
no, they're refusing to pay for it. They go, it was an accident. Well,
That double
accident's
stuff.
knocking it off, but not
Yeah.
stepping on it.
Accident that you don't pay for is knocking over a coffee cup and breaking it. You knock a laptop over and step on it. I mean, come on, man. At least pay half for it or something. Help me out.
Yeah, because the housing is cracked, and the upper right corner of the screen has a white a what is whited out about the size of about $1 bill.
Oh wow. Yeah, I made the mistake to let my son borrow my laptop, my middle son, and I haven't got it back yet.
Heck, Topher Life almost sounds like a MCW Joker.
All right. Well, we have backstage. We have the infamous, the unforgettable Road Dog. So I want y'all to give a warm welcome to Road Dog. Post this link. What's up, Road Dog? How you doing, sir? And welcome to the stream.
What's going on?
Welcome in,
What's
Road
up?
Dogs.
I just came over here to keep you out of trouble with Zombie because you know how he is.
I'm
Yeah,
never in trouble.
Zombie
No,
over
you're the one
causing
over
all
there
kind of
causing
trouble.
trouble for them.
Yeah, he over here causing all kind of trouble, man. We trying to hold him back. He over here trying to fight and everything.
I never cause trouble.
No, Zombie's a good guy.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
like
just
picking on him.
I'm just messing with you, Zombie. Zombie is like the gentle giant. That's how Zombie is.
And but I won't take people walking over me.
Oh no, I didn't. Gentle
Go.
don't mean nothing like that. Cause all you gotta do is raise your foot
Yeah,
up and step on them. Cause you're a giant.
I can barely pick up my feet as it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just making another joke. But
Yeah,
yeah, we
and
we know you don't start no trouble, man. We know
the
you ain't.
trolls love to bother me.
Well, we're not gonna bother you. I don't want none of that zombie backlash. All right, y'all. The focus point, the topic of this show is, are our rights fading away? So, people that's in the chat, feel free to ask questions. Do you think your rights are fading away? And if so, how are they? How is that affecting you? How's it affecting your family? How do you see it affecting society? So feel free to chime in. If you would like to get on panel, feel free to get on panel. But before you get on panel, you must show yourself on camera. Doesn't mean you have to stay on camera, but we do need to see who you are. So feel free to participate. Um, let's start with Zombie. Let me ask you that question. Um, are our rights fading away? And if so, how?
Yeah,
What's
they
your
are
opinion?
fading away, I mean, at least they're trying to get rid of our rights, and we got to keep pushing back and forward and standing up for our rights, exercise our rights, and
Okay, now when you say they're trying to get rid of our rights, what exactly do you mean? Elaborate on that. What are some of the techniques and what are some of the ways that they are trying to get rid of our rights? What are they doing to eradicate our
well,
rights?
and that when we make a post on social media, they if it doesn't align with their thoughts, they say we violated their community standards, and they'll delete it. And if we do it again, they might put us in uh, like Facebook timeout or YouTube timeout or whatever.
So
And
one of the
and
ways you're saying
they
they're censoring us in one, and that's
yeah,
one
yep.
of the things. Okay, keep going.
And the White House said, has even said, "Oh, we're up in Facebook and social media, and that identify who's spreading false information and whatever." Who gives them the right to say what's false information? And let the people decide what's real and what's false.
Okay, yeah, let the people
Because
decide.
just because you say it's false doesn't necessarily make it false.
That's what I was getting ready to say. A lot
That's
of you
true
see that a
statement.
lot. If you don't align with their thinking, it's false, whether they're right or wrong. I totally agree with that.
And it's not just the First Amendment; it's the Second, the Fourth, and the Fifth that that's under attack. And that the cops violate the Fourth and the Fifth, and the courts too.
Okay. Um, well, I guess the same question applies to. Let's put this to Road Dog. But before Road Dog answers the question, I want all the mods to post this link for this particular chat, or this live stream in their community page. And if you're somewhere else, go ahead. Feel free to post it anywhere else. But all right, Road Dog. Are your rights fading away? If so, how?
Oh, definitely by all the petty laws that they do. I remember back when I'm trying to remember, I was about probably 18 years old, something like that. I'm 54 now. And I remember them pushing the seatbelt law. And this is the first law that actually caught my attention. Okay, I was 18. I was
Hey, wait
able
a
to
minute.
vote.
Wait a minute. Did they have seatbelts when you were 18?
Yeah, smart ass. I said that
Did
I
they
made the
have cars
comment.
when you were 18? No, is the question.
No, they didn't.
And
It was a seatbelt that went on
so
the
your
horse.
red wagon. So they wanted you to have seatbelts on your little red wagon.
Yeah, that's it. um, but no, the seatbelt law. They came up with that stupid law, and I said, "You watch. If that passes, there's going to be another stupid law right behind it." And sure enough, the state of California came in with the helmet law. And I said, okay, now that one's gone, watch this. Here comes another stupid law. and it slowly progressed to where it's at now. And now it seems like with the social media and all that, it falls in line with what Zombie's talking about. They try to censor you. My son is not a Republican or a Democrat. He kind of falls on both sides. That boy falls into Facebook jail. I bet you 3 or 4 times a month, and he's got like 6 accounts. Within a month's time, he is in and out of Facebook jail. By the time he gets one out, another one goes in. And it's all because he don't think the way Mark Zuckerberg thinks. And he is like constantly, well, that's taking away his First Amendment right. Just because he don't agree with what he's saying, and it's nothing. It's like political views. He stands firmly behind Trump. If he says anything about Trump, it's like Facebook jail. So that's the number one thing right now I see going is our First Amendment and our Fourth Amendment going very badly.
So far I've found that if I make a post with no comments, but I use emojis like the one that makes you look like you're shocked and your head
Right.
going poof.
Right.
One's like, wow, oh my God, wow, and that they usually they've so far left me alone when I've made controversial posts like that, like, wow, really? Ooh, without agreeing with it or not disagreeing with it. So far, they've left me alone, and that maybe.
Yeah, see, I very
Maybe
rarely
if
post.
if we want to post something, I think we gotta follow it up with those emojis. Uh, the Home Alone, I guess, is the hands up on the cheek and the mouth going type of emoji, and
All right. Oh,
and then the head that with the mind exploding.
can you type that emoji so I can see what you're talking about? I just want to say what's up and welcome to the room. Welcome to the chat, South Alabama Cop Watch, and whoever may be in here lurking. Welcome, welcome.
And that posted in
Go ahead.
the main chat.
Here, that's one he's talking about.
Okay. So what is the? How do you post? What's
And
the
that
code for that?
that's the head exploding one, but the one below, the one with the hands and the eyes wide and the mouth. If you can see that below
Okay.
there.
Yeah, see, I've just
Yeah,
gotten to the
I
point
see
where
it.
I don't even
I
the
use
only
those.
thing I use.
I usually use those two emojis together.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing I use Facebook for is basically communicate with family members. That's about it. Other than that, I don't even. Once in a while, I'll post a video of like one of the guys getting arrested or something like that on it. Other than that, I don't even post anymore on there.
I get on Facebook only to look at what other stupid people are doing. I don't post nothing on Facebook. I don't say nothing. I don't post nothing. I don't
Yeah,
tell
that's pretty
people
much me.
I don't tell people happy birthday on Facebook. If I don't have your phone number and I can't text you happy birthday or call you and tell you happy birthday, then it's just a dry happy birthday if you ask me. So
Yeah,
I just
because you
look at
might not even see it till a year later.
I just look at Facebook just to see what other dumb people are putting on there and how much
And
information about their lives they're putting on there. Because
and then on top of
information is
that,
power.
that you might even list a fake birthday, so they be congratulating you on a birthday that's not even yours.
Right. That was happening to an aunt of mine, believe it or not.
Yeah.
She had the wrong birth date on there. Everybody's telling her, even her own kids were telling her happy birthday on
Happy
the
birthday.
wrong date. On the
Yeah.
wrong date. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
That's what I
Okay.
get on there for comedy.
Hey, not to change the subject. Keebler posted in there about Polly.
Yeah. Go ahead. I was about to say that. Go ahead.
I guess they're not going to go ahead with a robbery charge, which Topher Life and I were on the phone yesterday. We were talking about this, and him and I both were like dumbfounded. How the hell are they charging him with robbery? because yes, he walked away with the bat, but he walked up to the police officer and explained to him why he had the bat and went to hand it to him and didn't get it. So I was like, there's no way that's going to stick. But they are getting hit with the 3rd-degree assault charges, which there again, I'm on the fence with, because technically it was private property, but the girl got aggressive. She had the right to just call the police and have the police have them removed. It really, I don't see how it's her place to defend it by poking her with a bat and chest bumping her and all that.
Who is this?
So that was kind of, honestly,
it's gonna
that
be,
one I'm on the fence with.
It's
like,
going to be interesting how that plays out in the court.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
Polly,
Polly and Amy.
Polly and Amy.
Yeah. Now I agree. As far as owning a business, you have a right to serve and serve who you want, but you don't have a right to be aggressive and attack people. Things of that nature. And if you feel like if somebody do attack you, you do have a right to defend yourself. But like I said, it's just gonna be it's a very thin line, because it's like the way she came at her. They can say, well, she really didn't touch you and you pushed her, but then she can argue the fact that, hey, she was 2 inches away from me, maybe an inch away from me, maybe she did touch her, because we can't really see the angle. But that's going to be a tricky one now, unless they have like a different angle from a camera inside of the store that we don't know about. You know what I mean? So it's going to be, we just got to wait and see. But like I said, it's going to,
I'm still a little dumbfounded. Polly who? And Amy
Polly Audit.
Polly Audits.
Have you not seen the video yet, Zombie?
No, I have not.
It's AUDIS, Zombie. AUDIS.
Okay.
Anybody in here knows who has a copy of that?
And which Amy?
I do. I'm trying to get it right now.
I think it's his girlfriend. It's the guy's girlfriend.
Okay.
Her name's Amy. Everybody just knows her by Amy.
I do. Let me get signed out over here on this account. Let me log into my other one.
All right.
But there's going to be a real fine line. Do I think the lady went overboard when she should have just called the police? That's probably what she should have did, since it was a business and it was a public was allowed to enter the business. You know what I mean? Now, if that was your home, I don't believe the lady did anything wrong. You know, and I believe Amy would have been in the wrong. But what
if it's a private business?
That's what I'm saying is, I mean, Polly's got his,
because that's a public. It's open to the public, so it's a public business.
It's open to the public, but they have the right to refuse service. And at the point of having the right to refuse service, I believe that once they have that right to refuse service, they also have the right to kick you out, because it is private property.
Okay, but then if it's open to the public, do they have the right to put their hands on you, or get in your face and try to back you out?
Right.
See, that's why I said
that's where I believe the girl was wrong. The girl was wrong at that point. She should have called the police.
Yeah, I think she should have called the police.
She if she would have grabbed the bat and then stood behind the counter where she was at and said, either get out or I'm calling the police. At that point, I think if there was a fight that ensued, then they should be in trouble. But the fact that she walked up aggressively, poked the bat at her, and all she did was grab the bat and tried to wrestle it away from her. I don't feel she was in the wrong for that.
I don't know.
One. And number two, Polly never did any kind of an assault.
Right. He just grabbed the bat.
He literally just grabbed the bat out of her hand and took it away from her. That's all
I honestly believe that if that's going to go away for Polly, the whole assault deal. But like World said, I mean, it's just a fine line. I don't think the assault's going to go away on Amy. I think she's stuck with that, and she's going to have to deal with that.
Yeah, because she was inside. She was inside.
Yeah.
So that's going to be like hard to beat.
and they didn't just wrestle the bat away, and she didn't just. I mean, she was throwing uppercuts, dude. Me and Road
Yeah,
Dog
she
paused
did.
it. Me and Road Dog paused it, man, right in the middle of that. It was up, man. She landed a swift uppercut on her, dude. I mean, shades of Mike Tyson type. So, I mean, that's you know, that's a weird story. We looked at it and talked about it for about a good hour last night, hour and a half. Me and Road Dog, and I think I nailed it that the robbery definitely wasn't going to stick. I mean, he didn't rob nobody of nothing. He took a bat away from someone that was trying to hit his old lady or his sister. I don't know if it's his sister or his old lady. I heard it was his sister. I also heard it was his
I
old
well,
lady.
I heard it was his sister wife, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some
We'll
crazy
leave it
shit.
at that. Let's just leave
At
it
the
at that.
same time, yeah. At the same
I don't think it
time,
really matters what
nobody,
her relationship is to
yeah,
him.
nobody
Right.
should be attacked.
Right. And he didn't
Oh,
like as soon as he had the bat in his hand, you seen him walk away right away. And her and Amy were still going at it. So
yeah, and then I see Amy go back. So, but I don't know what happened. I couldn't see
yeah.
after that.
Now see, Road Dog didn't see that at the first time we watched it. And I told him, I said, when Polly was walking away and was walking out when he was outside the business and he started walking back down the street to go towards them cops, he panned the camera back and Amy went back inside the store. And I
Right.
went, that's not
Or
good.
she at least walked up to the doorway at least.
Yeah. Which
At the
is,
very least.
to me, like she didn't retreat. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That's where that's gonna lie is she didn't retreat. She went back to the door, or hard telling someone else on that corner might have, video footage and show her going back in the building. That's not retreating, you know what I mean? So that's being the aggressor.
Right. I've got it pulled up there, World, if you want to pull up my screen. Okay, this is where they're going to walk into the store. The name of the store was Crumb Together is the name of the store.
Together. And they got pretty good ratings on Google and everything, believe it or not.
Don't you offer your services to the public?
Yep. But it just state requires that you need to be masked in order to come in
I don't know why it's buffering like that.
anywhere inside.
You can't deny public services per federal
Yes,
law.
I can.
18, you can violate 18 USC 245.
I don't know what that is, but
It's a federal law. You're a public accommodation. You just said you're open to the public.
I will have the right to refuse service to anyone.
Now, she asked him to leave. She said, "You are trespassing." Once I asked you to leave, I didn't ask you to leave. She asked her to leave a couple times.
Yes.
So,
Correct.
therefore, are they trespass legally? Are they trespass? I'm just trying to break it down and get a good understanding of what's going on as we go. All right. So
What I
nobody's
don't
touched
understand is why
nobody
they asked her why she asked them to leave.
Because they
don't
wouldn't
have
put
a
the mask
mask.
on.
She's under the Oregon, what is it, Oregon or Washington? I
Yeah,
forgot.
Oregon.
Under their mandate or whatever, she can be fined if she allows people in there without their mask on. So she's just trying to keep her business open.
And another thing, they come in with a camera, so this is actually being recorded. Now, in her mind, she don't know if she's being set up or if she's being punked or if this is Ashton Kushner or whatever his name is. If they, and she's on camera, so she's thinking, hey, these people got a camera. They don't have no mask on. Hey, y'all need a mask on. I don't know. She could be thinking that. There's infinite possibilities what was going through this lady's mind at that particular time. And then by them having a camera, she could be thinking, hey, this is being videotaped, and like you say,
Right.
people are getting fined. So if this was to get out that these people came in and received service doing this mandate and they didn't have a mask on, she could get fined.
Can I say something real quick before?
Yes,
we
sir.
start
Go
that
ahead.
video
Take
again?
the floor.
So I seen Canada is watching, said she went back in for her shoes, and again after to get her papers in her hand. Now, you may be right about the papers, but you're not right about the shoes because
Yeah, she grabbed
she
her
had
shoe on
her
the way
shoes,
out the first
she
fight.
had her shoes on her way out the first time after the fight, and she went back in the store after that. So she already had her shoes. Just to clarify that, Canada. But yeah, now if she went back in for her papers, I understand that to an extent, but you know,
Yeah, I didn't even think about her papers. That's good.
that's all I had to say.
That's probably why she did it.
Yeah, maybe she did. He just opened me up to that, so I guess he could be correct about it.
Yeah. Keebler, what are you talking about the link from the owners from 2013?
I didn't see that. Where's
Right.
what Keebler say?
She asked me if I had the link of the owners from 2013.
Oh no, I don't. I've
I'm
never
not sure.
seen it. Is it another video, Keebler? Are we gonna get some context on how rude these people are? Because I read the reviews last night. Before we go into it, I read reviews on Google, and I read their Yelp reviews, and their Yelp was, what was it, Road Dog? 4.5 stars, I told you.
I think it was 4.7 if I remember right.
Yeah, and then their Google was like 4 stars, and the only bad reviews I read through probably about 25 out of 88, and the only bad reviews were people that were upset that they were making them wear masks, and that was it. So just the context on that. But I didn't read all 88 and 90 some reviews that they had on each site. I read like the first 25 just to get a feel for what these people were about at this
I wouldn't go into a business that is pushing for masks, and and if I don't see a sign and they say that, I would walk out. Okay, thank you. You're not worth my money. So okay, bye.
Right.
And
That's my thing.
But then again, then there's the governmental and public buildings, and they could ask, but I'm sorry, but I'm not wearing a mask. I can't wear a mask anyways. But
Right. But that's what I'm saying too. Is if it's a business, let's just say 2 carryouts, one on the southwest corner, one on the northeast corner of a intersection. One carryout says mask recommended, the other carryout says mask whatever, you have to have a mask on. Got tongue tied there. It's my choice to decipher, well, which carryout do I want to go into? If I go into this carryout, I have to wear my mask. If I go into this carryout, I don't have to wear the mask. Which one do I want to go to? You know what I'm saying? I don't get mad at I don't get upset at the business. They have their reasons on why they want a mask and why they don't. That's their business. I don't, and if I choose not to go to the business that requires you a mask, and I go to the one that doesn't, then you just lost my money. But you know that when you put that sign up there. Right?
All right, let me go ahead and get this
am I wrong?
But here's a
I
thing.
agree.
They're in Oregon, you said, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Oregon.
Well, I'm just across the border in Washington.
Okay.
And now they're making everybody to go into bars, clubs, restaurants, sporting events. You're now Washington State is turned into Nazi Germany. You need to show your papers to partake in these establishments.
Yeah, but I guess where I'm getting at to an extent of that is it the business's fault? Do we take it out on the private business, or do we take it out on the government? Because it's the government that are telling these people.
And take it,
it's the government.
Take it out on the business by standing outside and protesting the business, but don't go in and violate their
Right.
sovereignty as a private business.
Right, because I mean, if you have a private business, I run my own business, but I don't have a store that people can walk into. But and WCN, he runs his own business, and he same type of work I'm into, so he understands. Like, there's people that we go to do work, and they want us to wear a mask. So at that point, you have to weigh that on, do I want this money or do I want to walk away from this money? It's not their fault. They just want a mask because they believe something else that I don't believe. You know what I mean?
I would walk away from the money.
You would walk away from the money?
I would walk away from the money. You could always find more money, but you're not going to make me
Again, it's taking away right.
require me something to do that I.
And you know what, Zombie? And that's totally your choice. That is totally your choice.
I look at it as part of the uniform. You know, I incorporate that as part of the uniform because it's just a mindset. Now, if I'm not, if they don't suggest that I wear it, I won't. But if they do, you know, like I have older clients, and just to appease them, I'll wear it because I'm in and out. I'm not gonna be there all day. So just to get that $500, I'll wear that mask for 15 minutes if that's what it takes. Uh, Therefore, I'm in and out, and I'm efficient, and I am a 5-star company. So when it comes to things like that, you got to pick and choose your battles. Now, if it comes to like an establishment, then that's a different entity, that's a different story. But when I'm entering people's homes, they have the right to decide what even when I come in, and if I see them barefoot in their home, I'll take my shoes off at the door. You know what I mean? And they appreciate that, even if they don't ask me. And 9 times out of 10, I'll take them off. If I think about it, I'll take my shoes off. They got carpet, I'll take my shoes off. And I walk through their house, and I make sure I keep clean socks on. So it just depends on when, you got to pick and choose. But something like that, if I'm growing a business and I'm trying to take it to that $1 million level, then I need to run it like a business. And I can't let my feelings get into it or my politics get into it. I can't bring my politics or my feelings into my business. But now it do come a time when I'm dealing with certain customers, if when my feelings come into involved, like if I feel like this person is going to be a headache and I don't want to deal with this person down the line, because I've learned to read certain customers just by the way they approach my business. I feel like the people that come to my business, they're basically screening my business or previewing or reviewing my business, because they have other businesses in front of them. So I do the same thing. I have other customers in front of me, so I interview them. If I don't feel this customer is a good match for my business, I won't deal with that customer. But if I choose to deal with this customer and I do enter into their house, I will wear the mask just to get that money. I don't care, man.
Right.
Because it's like wearing a bandana. Now, if I'm out in the yard and I'm doing yard work through the business, like doing some type of landscaping, I'll put that mask on my face. So what's the difference of wearing it outside and I'm hot and sweaty, keeping the dust out of my face, out of my nose, out of my nostrils, out of my lung, and going into somebody's house? They got pet dandruff, they got all different type of spores and mold and stuff running through the air. So hey, I'm protecting myself, not because of the COVID and not because they want me to. At the same time, it's just something I feel is part of the uniform at this point in life. So I'm not gonna make a big deal about it when it comes to serving the public. Now, if I'm going into an establishment, that's a different story.
Right. And I will say this, Zombie, that if I was as World Citizen said, if I was to be the one to say, no, I'm not wearing a mask, and no, I don't want that money, I'd be living under the bridge right now. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, like I said, I got older people, and they believe that is true. So in their mind,
right.
I'm not there to convince them and tell them, hey, my First Amendment right. No, okay, ma'am, thank you for this $50 tip.
And I'm the same way. I had the same, I have pretty much had the same clientele as you have down here. You know what I mean? I have a lot of old people, a lot of younger people that just had babies or wife is pregnant. You know what I mean? And they're the ones that are the real sticklers on the whole wear a mask, And it's not so much now. It's not so much now as it was a year ago. I'm talking a year ago. If I wouldn't have worn my mask a year ago into these people's houses and just said, "Oh, you want me to wear a mask?" No, call someone else. I'd be broke. I'd be in the poorhouse. I'd be under a bridge.
Well, going into somebody else's house, okay, that's different, I think.
Oh, I didn't clarify.
And that,
Yeah.
Then going into a business.
Yeah,
Right.
and I wasn't saying you were wrong or anything, Zombie. I'm just saying from my perspective as being a business owner, when I do have to go to client's house to do estimates and things of that nature, if I'm trying to get that $4,000 check, to paint somebody's house, I'll wear that mask for 15 minutes, and go in there and evaluate and take pictures and see what they need and make them feel comfortable. You know what I mean? I can't go in there being aggressive because then next thing I know, I got a bad review. And you know what? I get a bad review if I don't even pick up the phone because that's how good of a company I am. So they expect more out of me. And I've got bad reviews just for not picking up the phone, but never because of the work that I've done.
Right. And I'm sorry, Zombie. Maybe I didn't clarify that we were both contractors, so we're always working in people's houses. That's what we do. I'm sorry.
I used to work for a contractor, so I understand. We used to do siding and soffit and fascia and all that other and that stuff. Insulated windows, roofing.
Yeah, world citizen. He's a jack of all trades, but I'm an electrician. So,
is behind the scenes still in here? If so, man, say something, man. I didn't ignore you. I was trying to type something on the other phone to you, but then I got caught up in the conversation. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the chat. If you're here, don't know if you're still here.
Are we ready to keep going so Zombie can get a little bit more?
Yeah, go ahead.
What? Some more what? What from me? What?
Some more content, so you can get some more content about this situation here.
I don't need anything more. I'm with you.
No, I mean the video. The video. I said, are we ready to go with the video?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't understand the question.
We all seen the video. You haven't. That's what I'm saying.
No.
So you can see it.
Now, did you notice she chest bumped her and then Amy pushed her away? Did you see that?
Okay, rewind it just a little bit, just before the chest bump, before she walks up on her.
That lady took that bat right into her chest.
Yes.
And so she's I think she's every right to defend herself.
Right.
And that she got hit with a weapon, and she's going after it with bare hands.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Now, if you notice, she just picked up her shoe. But the part that I want you guys to really pay attention to, what's that sign say right next to Amy?
What does it say?
It says no masculine or something like that. Mask and vaxxed, please. It doesn't say you have to be in order to be inside the store.
What does the bottom say, though? That's the question, is what does that bottom part say? Something.
I have to pull it up on my big screen to be able to really see it. But
yeah,
it's blurry from here.
Yeah. Now since you pointed that out, I'm interested to hear what the whole thing says,
Well, that's what you and I talked about yesterday. I was pointing out that what that sign said, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it says something about something about they care.
Okay.
And if I remember right, it said something like host out, whatever this word is up here, which was like, I can't remember the name of it.
In my eyes, Amy got attacked with a weapon and she had every right to defend herself.
Defend herself, correct. Okay, so basically, Zombie from right there, she walked back in.
Amy walked back in. That's what I was talking about.
And it was a possibility to go get her papers. That does make a lot of sense because the
Yeah, it
papers were
does.
right there where she was sitting. Anyways, from here on out, all they do is they walk around the corner right here.
And there's a couple
There's some
cops
police
over there.
officers under another call right here. Now you tell me if this looks like he tried to rob her of it. Watch what he says.
You need to go around.
Now that right there tells me he was not trying to take it from her to possess it, as in stealing it.
But don't you find it weird that you walk up on 4 cops with a bat and no one flinches, no one be like,
Actually,
they don't actually turn around and but see, those 2 cops keep their back towards him.
They're
So
security.
it's like
no,
they're
those
not
are not
concerned.
cops. Those are security guards.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
security guards, but they don't
yeah.
even turn around and be like
But wait.
concerned that I don't
Well,
know.
if
I
you
just
It even gets better, dude. It even gets better if you want to talk that talk on it. It
Oh,
even
yeah.
gets better here because they don't take this bat away from Polly for a good, 10 minutes?
Probably.
Polly's walking around, got the bat underneath his arm and everything, and he's talking to this cop that's standing there, the male, with the bat. And you know what I mean? Like they didn't even say, "Sir, can you put the bat down?" or "Here, hand me that bat."
yeah,
Put it away.
because when you walk up on a cop, even with your hands in your pocket, and they can't see a weapon, they be like, "Take your hands out your pocket. What is that? It's just your keys can be a weapon." Because they'll say shit like that. So you walking around with a bat, when you like. Basically, he wasn't swinging it, but he was making it known he had a bat, and nobody flinches and be like, I don't know. I just found that kind of weird.
If you know,
South
the security
Alabama
guard on the right kind of steps off to the side, and the first thing out of the female's cop is, "We're recording."
Yeah. South Alabama Cop Watch just said it. Officer safety. That's what they say. For officer safety, can you give me that bat, or can you put that bat down? Or
right.
Put it. Could you sit that down, sir? They wouldn't even try to. They wouldn't even take it from you because they think you might hit them with it.
Right. And he didn't take that. He didn't ask Polly for that bat for. I would say a good 10 minutes. I don't know.
I think it was 12 minutes in, if I remember correctly.
Because me and Road Dog, we watched this and we talked about it last night. Exactly that part of it.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play it. If you watch, this is where he just walks up. The guy looks down at the bat, the security guard, and watch the reaction of the female cop.
Just assaulted us with this.
I didn't back it up far enough. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's the lady that's yeah.
She came and shoved me out, and then we're behind the counter and got her back. Are you guys in there?
She started shoving this into Amy's stomach, and so I grabbed the bat because she started hitting her with it. So we got it. Well, we filmed all of it. It's all live right now on my YouTube channel. If you guys want to look at the evidence on there.
Dude, security guards are like, "I'm out of here."
AUDIS. POLLY. Polly. AUDIS.
Now, keep in mind, Paulie still has the bat in his hand.
They all relaxed and shit. She's leaning all up against the wall, and they're not even one bit curious or nothing. No questions being asked. They just pulled out. Both of them automatically pulled out their pen and pad, just started writing. Didn't ask no questions, no nothing. I find that strange. I don't know, but the more I look at it, because I just know how cops are. You just walk up on them and don't have your hand in your pocket, and they acting all crazy. You can walk up with a bat, and then they don't say anything, and then all of a sudden they just pull out their pad and really don't start asking you any questions.
So I cited her 18 U.S.C. 245 federally protected activities, which includes public accommodations, and that's when she went and got the bat out and started attacking me.
She might have folded those papers up and stuck them in her pocket.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, this is the one with from New York Tyrant Hunter. He cut a lot of it out.
About them, and,
Okay.
we heard a reputation about them, and that they've assaulted other people, and so we wanted to go in there and see if we could get.
Dragon Head is Oregon.
Before we even could tell her that we wanted to
It's
buy anything, she was already,
Eugene, Oregon is where they're at.
Before we could even tell her that we wanted to buy anything, she was already coming at us, trying to remove us.
So at this point, they're already handcuffing Amy.
I don't know why they're arresting her exactly when she was the one attacked. But
So you guys went in there to get a coffee, you didn't really get it. Or you wanted coffee.
raised constitutional and statutory ground for defense to be for the Supreme Court purpose. And she brought out the bat and started pushing and in the stomach with it. And Amy defended herself, and she started trying to swing the bat, so I stepped in and grabbed the bat from her.
Did you ever strike with him?
No, I just grabbed the bat.
And that caused you to kill?
Yeah, I have the phone in my other hand.
The issue we run into is the store owner does have the right to refuse service to you and trespass you.
Not under 18 USC 245.
Right, and that's something you can argue in court.
I have proof that it's my property.
Okay, let me stop it right here. They're not talking about arresting him at all at this point. They're making it sound like she's being arrested and he's going to walk away. He walks over to get the key to the car and all that. And they're telling him that he can't have this stuff. And he's like, I've got proof it's my property.
Okay.
Good Lord. She's probably being charged with assault 4 and criminal trespass to second degree.
So, Rick, oh, they're getting the Rick interfaces. I know this isn't the outcome that you guys wanted to.
Well, this is definitely an unlawful outcome, which is furthering your unlawful racketeering activity. But, you know, you guys could just keep doing what you want.
So here's where we're at. Let's talk about this.
I just didn't do other people based on
After huge cooperation, I know, like I said, I know a lot of people, they don't think
Okay, so after seeing that, Zombie, what do you think?
And that I think those cops are a bunch of idiots.
I totally agree.
And he told them that he's got the video on his camera and that, but they didn't watch it.
Right.
But they just I guess somehow got the information from that other location, and then they started arresting him. That doesn't make sense.
Exactly. I mean, it was like all he did was go over to get his property. She was pretty much saying you're free to go. If you watch the full thing, she's pretty much telling him when she was standing there talking to him that they are arresting her, blah, blah, blah. And he said, do you mind if I go over there and get my stuff? And she says, no, go ahead. So he walks over there. And next thing you know, he's in handcuffs.
And then he says, what are you arresting me for? And they said assault.
Right. Which he never assaulted anybody. All he did was, and he even said, he asked him, why am I being arrested for assault? And he said something about the fight or something on that line. And he said, all I did was grab the bat. You didn't touch her? No. I just grabbed the bat.
They're going by what she said. They're looking at her.
And they don't want to even look at. They don't even want to look at his evidence.
No, he's going to have to prove he's innocent. Now, look, they're looking at this is a white lady. She's a business owner. Even if she's not a business owner, she works in the business. She represents this business. Now she's in there laying on the floor. She's beat up. She got blood on her face. She got bruises. And then you have these two guys. I mean, this guy and this girl. You know, they don't look like business owners. Let's put it that way. Okay. So who are they normally gonna side with? They're there to protect the businesses. America is a corporation. It is not a country. Okay. So these police they protect the corporation. All right. This lady is a business owner. They're gonna believe anything that she says over an auditor. They don't like us. They don't like auditors, first of all. So any chance they get, they're gonna, they'll pretend, okay, we understand, but we're still gonna take you down. You're gonna have to prove that you're innocent. You know how it is. You're actually guilty until you prove that you're innocent. So now you're gonna have to spend money to get
And
a
cops
lawyer.
always say, "Hey, back up, we're investigating." Well, I don't see no investigation.
Hey, let's go. There is a full video. This was NC Tyrant Hunter. He basically broke this one down just to the major highlights of it. It actually shows them walking. The full video shows them walking. I don't know what was it. Probably like a block, maybe 2 blocks from the store, all the way through to the very end. There is no stopping, starting, no nothing. It actually shows documentation from when they walked up to the store, from about a block or two away, all the way to the very end.
Hey, WCN.
Yes, sir.
I got that Twitter tweet pulled up about from Crumbs Together that Keebler was talking about.
Yes, sir.
You want me to throw it up?
Yes, sir.
Take a
Go
look
ahead and
at
throw it up so we can look at it.
All right.
Yeah, the whole video was kind of weird to me. It was kind of strange, man. But that's just me. I kind of look at things differently than the average person. I don't just take it for what it appears to be, because there's always ulterior motives. You never know what's going on. I always think about street theater. I always think about agents of chaos. I always think about infiltrators. I always think about what do they call them? What are those guys that infiltrate your group, and you have a peaceful march, and then they come in and they all got black mask and start agitators. You know what I mean? I just those type of things are always in my mindset, because this is a community that can be infiltrated, that has been infiltrated. So I'm not saying who is what and what is who. I'm just saying things when I watch things, and I just wonder. And that's on everything that I watch, not just this or that, but just basically, you have to have that type of mindset. You just can't take things at face value no more, because we are being lied to. And these things, and the way they lie to us, and they're using these lies to take away our freedoms, to take away shit. We think we have freedoms, but a lot of that is an illusion, because they've already taken a lot of things away. They just got us thinking we still have them.
I got that down in the basement waiting for you to pull it.
All right, let me go ahead and pull it up.
Now, this is a tweet from the Crumbs Together, the business that Polyatis and Amy were arrested at yesterday, for anybody that is new in here. Keebler, our faithful Keebler, she found this. So we got it up here to take a look at. You want to read it off, or?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
So it says, the hashtag maskhole who's been terrorizing our business pulled a gun on me today because he felt threatened. This is what it is to have a small business in the area, in the era of hashtag COVID idiots.
So they're already dealing with a lot of fucking crazy people coming in, and I'm not calling Polly them crazy or anything like that, but if somebody is coming in there pulling a gun on you because of the mask situation, so then you have to fear to the point to where you have to keep a bat behind the counter, because you really don't agree with guns, and then somebody else comes in with a camera. So Think
You
about
want me to
that.
read? You want me to read some
Keep
more of
going.
it?
Keep going.
It says, after our mask sign went mini viral, we started getting phone bomb from a no caller ID number, several hundred in a day, but it stopped. First, a confession. I don't understand what that means, but. And then it says, another one says, during the phone bombing, I did answer several calls with messages of my own. I do recall answering one with, I can't talk now. I'm fucking your mom. Oh, nice. Maybe that was my bad, but at the time, it's just a phone prank. Then it escalated. Sorry. A couple of days ago, the same phone bombing mask hole barged his way into our very small cookie store without a mask on, of course, but shoving a phone camera into D's face, screaming about my dirty message about his mom. D got the hashtag mask hole out the store, took care of the customer who was still in the store, and left for the day. Hashtag maskhole saw her walking and shouted more as he recorded while driving by. D was terrified. Then today, hashtag maskhole and a couple of friends parked across from the store after hours. They are driving a black Chevy pickup and are stalking my wife. She stays in the store behind locked doors until I can get there. I grab the baseball bat. They drive away, but only to the next red light, and I can catch up with them on foot. The driver's window is now down, and he is recording me. He got a good video because I went Michael Keaton Batman kind of nuts. I made sure he and his passengers understood my displeasure at how they've been treating my wife and our business. The baseball bat helped me make my point. That's when the driver pulled a gun and held it below window level, pointed at me. The people who have escalated their attacks on our small business from phone bombing to trespassing to stalking felt threatened by the business owner who was protecting his wife and property. But it's not the first time I've had a gun pulled on me, so I don't know how long. Oh, it's almost done. Hang on. I didn't back away from his black Chevy pickup. I pointed my bat at him and called him a pussy. He drove off when the light turned green. These are the hashtag maskholes that the small business like ours have to deal with every day. P.S. I realized this property wasn't the correct way. I realized it. No, not property. I realized this probably wasn't the correct way to handle this situation, and I do not advise any other small business owner to do the same. However, I have had it with this shit. Hashtag maskholes beware. I'm working on my swing. That's kind of threatening if you ask me, and I mean, if he came at him with a bat, I think the guy had all well reason to pull his gun out, if you ask me. But
I agree.
what do we think about that?
Yeah, you got a guy chasing you down the street with a bat, but at the same time, what are you doing to make him come run down the street and chase you? Are you triggering him? Are you provoking him? What are you doing? I don't know. And then you filming it.
I think sitting outside their business yelling at his wife when she's alone closing the store up, I think that's a little going overboard, if you ask me.
Okay, but can you prove that?
Well, no.
Do you have video footage that's what's going on? See, that's what people have to keep in mind. Unless you can back up your story that, oh, this person's doing this to me.
Well, yeah. You can
really
understand that, but I mean, in let's go back 1990. Your wife calls you and says that somebody's outside her business, and this is the same person that's already been in your business. You had to throw them out and all that, and they're out front, and she's closing up the business, and they're yelling obscenities or whatever, yelling at her or whatever, man. I mean, you're gonna take it, personal, right?
Yeah, and think about this: they have a gun, even if they didn't pull it. But see, they pulled it once he chased them. I guess followed them. He said he followed them, but chase
Right.
or follow. You know, they had a gun. So if they're sitting out front, you know, if they're sitting out front trying to intimidate his wife, why do they have a pistol or a gun?
Right. Where'd Zombie go?
Mhm. I don't know. He fell off.
Yeah, I mean,
But see, Polly and them can actually use that against them. I mean,
Yeah.
right there on his own thread, he's actually threatening violence.
Well,
He's actually threatening violence right there on his own page. So right there, you could actually use that against them.
right. So what do you think about that tweet, Zombie?
Yeah, it sounds like they're pushing things to get people to come after him. It sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Miss B, why do you think Winchell's in the state of California? I don't know if all Winchell's did it, but I know in LA, Orange County, offered police officers free coffee and free donuts while you're on duty. Why? That was to get the cops to stay there, hang out, chill out inside their store, and it's basically like free security, number one. Number two,
I believe that's illegal too for the cops to accept free gratuity.
oh, but it is. But they did it anyways.
Oh, they do it. That's I've seen that happen 1,000 times.
Oh, yeah.
Cops get free coffee.
Winchell's Donuts was notorious for it. They were notorious for offering cops free. They used to advertise it, free coffee donuts for any police officer on duty.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fine line that if they cross that, then they're kind of got themselves into some shit. But I've seen back home where I'm from in Ohio, I mean, we called 7-Elevens cop shops because every time you go by a 7-Eleven, there's a cop in there because they get free coffee and free fountain drinks from 7-Eleven. And it helps 7-Eleven because obviously, like I said, we call them cop shops. Everybody knows that when you go by there, there's going to be a cop there, so no one wants to rob them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we used to have a joke because Norwalk sheriffs sat on the corner of Norwalk and Alondra Boulevard. Okay. The nearest Winchell's was like probably 2 miles down the road. People would say you're safer doing a robbery at the gas station, catty corner from the police station, than it was to do a robbery from the gas station, catty corner from Winchell's, because all the cops were at Winchell's. They weren't at the police station.
Mm-hmm. So
we used to joke about that all the time.
WCN pop up Keebler's second to last one. I did read this on Twitter when I was looking at their Twitter page. This is what was on Crumb Together's Twitter page about, I think, what Keebler, what did it say, about 23 minutes ago?
Did they even mention anything about what happened to them concerning Polly and Amy?
Unless there was in some replies, but as far as I know, it just said thanks for all the support. So obviously they must be talking about the incident with Polly and Amy yesterday.
What about on their Facebook? Did they post anything on their Facebook concerning what happened?
I haven't. Keebler, I don't know. Keebler is our computer whiz over there checking on things. Have you tried to check a Facebook on them? I can do it if you can't right now, Keebler. Let me go see.
I'm actually looking too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called a favor for a favor, Miss B. You're right about that.
I'm gonna mute my mic, so I'm gonna go look on Facebook.
All right, go ahead and see what you can find.
Okay, I found them on Facebook, but there is no posts as of yet.
No post as of yet. Okay, cool. So they're probably talking to a lawyer. He's probably advising them to be quiet.
No,
I don't know.
there's no post at all on their page.
And when did this
You're wrong.
happen? This was
Hang on,
yesterday.
hang on. Road
Yesterday
Dog's
morning.
wrong because I found it.
They must have another one then.
Yeah, because this one has it's got some people that have commented and have reposted the video of Polyatis to YouTube. Anti-maskers assault a small business owner in Eugene, Oregon, then get arrested. P.S. Crumb Together owners are genuinely good people who have been struggling since anti-maskers decided to target them earlier this year. Let's see.
Anti-maskers. So everybody that's supporting this business is bootlickers.
Yeah. Crumb Together. I'm that was just, oh yeah, I see what you come to get, what you found, Road Dog. But when I just searched the name, it brought up a few of those posts about it. Must have been because of their name being attached to it. But on their actual Facebook page, there's nothing.
Yeah, they was taunting Polly because Polly's in jail. So they think they've won. They think that's the end of the story, end of the game. Uh, Now it's only end of the story, end of the game if Polly doesn't have any ammunition. If he has ammunition, if he can prove anything by the video, which the video, it shows some things, but as far as how cops will do, well, it doesn't show her getting hit or who hit who or well she hit her, and it doesn't matter who hit first, that type of shit, because they're gonna say anything and everything to make it their fault. No
Right.
matter if they started it or not, because I watch a lot of videos, and all you have to do is just be, just give them just enough leverage to throw you in jail, and they'll do it, regardless if everything, and they can see that the person that walked up to you, bumped you, pushed you first, but if you fucking smurf their ass, I mean, you done got pushed and your camera got knocked to the ground, they're gonna take you to jail. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's crazy.
That's the next thing I was gonna say. I wanted to talk about. I didn't get to see Press NH's smurfing today, so I'm interested.
Okay. Anybody has that video? I think I watched some of that. I was Bow was playing it today.
Yeah. I was listening to Bao, but I do know Bao had Press NH up on his panel.
Yeah.
He was interviewing him a little bit.
He was rough with his ass on that
Well,
panel.
I mean, that's how Bao is when he's one-on-one.
Yeah.
He asks those questions, and he's that. But that's just Bao's personality. I mean, I'm not sticking up for him, but that's why. That's why I would never get on Bao's panel, because, I mean, it would go somewhere real sideways real quick if he talked to me like that.
Yeah, Bow be
I
rough.
love Bao. Don't get me wrong, I love the guy, but that's why I don't get on his panel. It's kind of like what we were talking about on going into a business that says you have to have a mask, a private business. I choose not to go in there. Well, I choose not to go on Bao's panel. Love the guy to death, but I won't go on his panel because he's a pit bull up there, man. But I want to
Yep,
see the
he is.
Smurfy because I followed that whole ordeal that Press NH had last night with his tires getting flattened and all that. I was in that the whole night until the end. So
I'm trying to get it pulled up right now. I've got it pulled up, but I'm trying to find where he actually got attacked.
Keebler, I can crap. I can probably try to send that to AC too. I don't have FMV's information, but I do have all ACs. I have phone number and everything for AC, so
Yeah,
I can
AC
send
can
it to
get in touch
AC.
with him. I need
But
to
if
get
you want to do it, because I'm not really Keebler, I'm not that fly with the computer. I'm kind of a novice.
Dragon had said Bow cut him a new asshole.
I mean, he did. I was in an
Yeah.
I was in an attic. I was in an attic, and I had my Bluetooth speaker going and just had it playing in the background. But yeah, I mean, but it was just classic Bao. I don't think Bao was trying to be mean to him. Bao was just trying to get to the bottom of the questions, because I think what I heard. I don't think I don't think I was able to. I didn't think I heard the end of the conversation, but what I heard from some other people in chats, Bao pretty much at the end kind of just was like, "Look, man," he was like, "I just wanted to know, like, are you in this for the long haul? Because it's a long road, and these people got endless money." When is it going to be? When are you going to say it's enough? You're not going to play their game no more. And that's what I heard he said at the end. I could be wrong.
Okay, I got that pulled up. Let me share it. I'm actually sharing it from the point. I know, Toe, I know you went to bed, but last night, so you're up to date. Last night he had gone out there for the meeting and all that.
Mm-hmm.
When he got back to his car, his tires were slashed.
Right. I seen all that. And I
think you were up at that point. This van,
yeah, that white van. Yeah, the white Caravan.
That's the one that kept circling around. That's the one with the one they're calling the Toothless Wonder.
Toothless. Yeah, her name is something
Jody something.
Patel or not Patel, but yeah, because everybody
like
people were on her Twitter or on her Facebook and all kinds of shit. Yeah, I watched all the way up until Press NH the tow came.
That's right, because we were talking about being a 2-car hauler. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how far I watched up to, which was I think pretty much the end.
Yeah, it pretty much was. Okay, so this guy all of a sudden shows up and he's running around and doing all that. Okay, so all of a sudden they're actually leaving town.
So what did he go back? Is that what happened? What happened?
Oh yeah, he came back today. And of course Jeff was there, the one that attacked him, all that. He was talking about calling the sheriff's department to get a report going on the attack. And guess who shows up? Chief Connors.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Okay. So you saw the van pull out of the street.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, they're actually trying to leave is where they're going. Okay. So they're walking down the street. This kid right here.
Full screen it too, Road Dog, when you get a chance. Thank you.
Okay, these kids all of a sudden start approaching them.
Okay. You got the sound on?
Oh, I got it. It's really hard to hear to begin with.
Yo, Fluff. Yo,
Hey, what's up, Blue Ivy Banks?
what do you want
Appreciate
from?
the like
Don't
on
give
the
me
like
what you
button.
want to. Keep smashing that like, guys. This fucking town, man.
Okay, hang on.
Town,
I
man.
went back too far. They actually throw a couple Coke bottles at them. The kids do.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what made them turn around and come back after them.
You should. You live here, brother. If you want a good community, a good town, you keep following my channel. You're gonna know how to do it. Watch. Hey, I got nothing against the citizens in this town, okay? I really don't. I'm all for you guys. I'm only trying to make it better for you. All right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of witches in that town. Y'all know that?
Mhm.
Yo,
I mean, real witches and warlocks and shit.
Fluff. Bro. Yo.
And come to find out that the actual witches that was practicing witchcraft was the one that was doing
I know. Right?
finding people and burning people and accusing them of witches. So they would accuse regular people of witchcraft and burn them, at the stake, and the people that will actually be the accusers, be the actual witches. What do y'all think
Okay.
about that?
Okay, this is where he actually comes up to him, and this is where the attack actually happens.
The town, you keep following my channel.
Hang on, I went back
You're gonna
too
know how
far.
to do it. Tell me, bro, you're gonna get it. That's right. That's what it was.
Okay, here.
Okay.
Fluff. Bro.
Freaking commercials.
Dude, you don't have YouTube. You don't have YouTube Premium.
Yo.
Uh-uh.
Hey. Don't even give him any more. Yeah, that's all he wants to. It's all good.
How much is YouTube Premium?
I know. He threw something,
Like
right?
$9
Swing on me.
bucks.
Swing on me. Swing on me then.
Too much for violating my rights.
You won't. See, that's the difference here. You'll throw something from a distance, but you won't
I got it
swing
because
on
I'm
me.
sick of the commercials.
Swing on me. So,
What the heck? Why the hell did it do that?
what the fuck? It's on Fuck him, dude. It's on him. He fucking hit me. He fucking threw my. Fuck you.
Okay,
Fuck
so
all
this
of
is
you.
where he got smurfed.
Fuck all of you. Fucking put your hands on me, bro. You're gonna get it.
Smurfed him.
That's what it was. And you threw shit first.
He acted like an adult right there.
They started yelling he was a 15-year-old
Get the
kid.
fuck out of here.
I mean,
Stop. Stop. Stop.
he's man enough to put his hands on a grown man. He's man enough to get smurfed in the face.
It's all right.
There you go.
It's all right.
He'll get over it. He didn't kill him. He didn't hurt him. He didn't,
He's
he's only going to be hurt for a couple minutes.
He fucking grabbed my arm.
Not okay. Not okay.
He grabbed my fucking arm, dude. I don't give a fuck how old you are, dude. You're gonna grab it, you're gonna get it.
Okay, that dude
Put your
right
fucking
there
hands on me, bro.
in the black jacket with the hat,
Yeah.
he actually turned around and helping them.
Helping press an
He
H.
threw
Yep.
down the road there at me. He threw cans of soda at us.
Soda.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
wondering what that was he was throwing at them.
Yeah, it was cans of soda. I'll see if I can't get flawed
So
version of it.
So what you're saying is after this interaction, the police were called. He called the sheriff, but they sent Chief Connor over there.
Yes.
Oh my! Was
He
that
actually showed up because I don't know if it was the people that
was that a shit show or what?
no, actually, believe it or not, Connors was being I don't want to say he was doing good, but he was very respectful the whole time. Let's just put it that way. And I honestly, I kept waiting for it to turn ugly. Honestly, the way it was happening, I seriously thought he was going to wind up going to jail. And I'll show you why as soon as I find it. I'm actually on Flaws now.
Soon as your damn commercials quit loading up. That's what you was meaning to say.
No, actually, I'm trying to find. Okay, here they are. Because Flaw actually had better perspective on the footage.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you can probably see the assault better because, you know, first thing all you see is Press NH's camera fumbling around.
Yeah, and there's probably a good 20 or 30 seconds that you don't even get to see. It's like the phone, like almost like it restarted.
So I bet Flaws angle's got to be better.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's in the basement.
Did Flaw ever load anything up on it?
On what?
I mean, about what happened? Did he load anything up?
I think Flaw went live afterwards and had a panel.
Yeah, Flaw's live. He's
I was gonna say, but I think he had a panel afterwards too, though. I think I seen one.
Okay, this is where they're walking away.
Mm-hmm. And that's Press NH right there in front of them?
Yes, correct. Is the volume off again? Yeah.
Yeah, we don't hear anything.
Yeah, that town's another fucking Leon Valley, man.
With a little bit of witchcraft sprinkled in.
Yeah, witchcraft.
I'm just messing around, man.
Fucking witches out there. Fucking wizards and witches and warlocks.
Even if we don't believe in it, they believe in it.
What'd you say, Rode?
That's where the kids started yelling. There went one soda. There went the second one. You see it?
That's assault. That's assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an assault.
Okay, yeah, there's one right there.
That's an assault. That's an assault. Double assault right there.
Double assault.
Double assault.
You knew what you were doing was wrong, and you went ahead and did it. Now you're gonna get in trouble.
I double dog dare you.
And you keep going to this new detention center because I know how horrible they treat kids there. Huh? I'm from right here, bro.
I'm from right here, bro.
I can go wherever I want, but you can't throw things at me. Actually, I have a right to citizen's arrest right now if I wanted to.
That shit never works.
Citizen's arrest.
You do have
That
the
shit
right.
never works. I've never seen a citizen actually arrest somebody.
He just threw shit at us and he thinks he can get away with it.
Well, I've seen them hold people down until the cops come, you know.
Well, you're going to learn a lesson.
A fight or something.
Everyone's going to learn a lesson until you start waking up to rights and freedom. That's what it's going to be. A lot of people care. Actually, I have a lot of people caring right now. We have thousands of people caring right fucking now. So you're going to try to assault us. It's not cool, bro. It's not cool.
Didn't they say he was like police chief's son or something?
Right?
No, they said, I heard it was that toothless chick in the white van's kid.
Do what?
I heard it. These kids were that toothless bitch in the white van's kids. Am I?
They were saying that they think they're the ones that dropped them off. Whose kids they are, nobody knows.
Oh, okay.
I've been waking up the principals and morals because you just try to assault me and my friend, huh? Actually, technically, by you throwing it is assault. You don't have to hit us. You don't have to hit us for it to be assault. Actually, you could just make the threat of assault, and that's assault. Do you understand that? So what you're doing is wrong. Go home, tell your mommy what you did, and let's hope her punishment is light. I want you to take all your video games, your Cocoa Puffs, your Cheesy Puffs, take it all away. Take it all away, man. I hope you go home and tell your mommy. Go tell your mommy.
I bet he's thinking, man, I ain't getting rid of my damn cheesy puffs. You crazy?
Then don't. You already tried to assault me. Because I want to tell your mommy now. I want to tell your mommy. I want to tell your mommy.
Tell your mommy I'm you.
But you're acting a lot older than what you are because you think you can stand up to us by throwing shit
Doesn't
at
his
us.
face look distorted, or is that just
You
me?
can learn your rights. You can learn the rights of others.
I think the video just.
Well, if he's a witch or a warlock, and that he probably is distorted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
Right, because on camera, witches and warlocks' faces just I got you.
Go and tell your mommy that you just tried to assault two
Could
people.
be a zombie.
Well, he sure is brain fucking dead.
Okay, here's where the assault's going to take place in the Smurf.
What the fuck? Dude, stop it.
All right, rewind it.
So go back because I want to see that. Go back and I don't know if
Because I see him get sprayed, but what happens before the spray? Because he gets sprayed, then he attacks him. So does he do something before he gets sprayed, or I see the spray?
He smacks the phone out of his hand.
Okay, that's what I can't see.
Right here,
Canada, you're probably right. Canada, that town's probably all sisters, brothers, uncles, cousins, and they're probably all married too.
I wouldn't doubt it. Because in those small towns, everybody knows everybody. Everybody's related in some kind of way. Yeah, that's just the way it is.
And God forbid if you're new to that town, everybody is going to be against you.
You're going to be fucking gang stock, town stock.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
I seen him lunge at Press, but I didn't really see him hit him.
Go tell your mommy that you just tried to assault
Knocked
two
his
people.
phone out of his hand.
You'll see Press's hand. It almost looks like Press almost reaches up like he smacks him. Is what it almost looks like.
Oh,
Go tell your mommy.
phone in his hand, in his right hand, up.
What the fuck? Dude, stop it. I didn't do his phone again. You fucking makes me. Go home.
He did it again.
You just assaulted us twice. Get the fuck out of here.
Damn, he's maced him 3 times, dude. Smurf.
Now, whose phone is he picking up?
Hey, you
To me, it looked like Preston's, but it wasn't.
He just threw his phone. That kid on the bike.
Does he say he just threw his phone?
He's also an assailant. I know he threw it. I don't know. Did you guys see where he threw his phone? Oh, you just fucking hit him. Shut the fuck up. Dude, you're a fucking moron. And you stand up for rights. Dude, he hit him. I have it on film, you fucking retard. You're stupid. He assaulted him. He threw bottles at us, and then he came and attacked him. It's on him.
Canada said it's Press's phone.
Yeah.
The one that the kid picked up.
He said,
"Is that the kid laying on the ground because he got sprayed?"
Yeah.
Canada, put Canada watching second post up, second to last. That's funny shit. If you know anything about Deliverance, the movie,
he actually kind of does.
You're right. Squeal like a pig, boy.
Kind of seems like Children of the Corn to me.
Yeah,
boy,
Malachi.
creepy ass shit.
Malachi.
Don't get caught in them towns after sundown.
Hell no.
Okay.
Your car break down and shit.
Look who shows up.
Oh yeah, old Chief Ass Munch.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he looks fat, especially in that uniform.
That's a douchebag chief right there, Major.
He actually breaks out his first aid kit, gives Preston saline solution and washes the pepper spray off his hands and off his face, and this, that, and the other. Calls him an ambulance to where they can patch it because his knees got scraped up and his hand got scraped up.
Mm-hmm.
And he went ahead and was actually really nice to him, which really shocked me, and it had to have been killing him. But then toward the end, that one guy, here's the guy with the black jacket and hat.
Mm-hmm.
He actually catches, some kid walked up to, I don't know if it was him or who, I think it was to him, and said, "Hey, I want to let you know, you better let them know that my mom's on her way down here and she has a weapon." And he actually got it on tape.
Oh, wow.
And played it. So we don't know who the mom was or anything at this point.
It was Toothless Betty.
Yeah, probably. But
Was she a Betty or was she a Karen?
She's definitely a Karen.
Oh, definitely a Karen. She's a tire biter, is what she is. But yeah, the girl said that her mom was on her way down and she has a weapon. That let them know.
It's probably her mama's ugly face, right?
Yeah, she never showed up.
Medusa, a face of Medusa.
So,
Yeah,
so
probably.
let's keep that pause for a second. Let's put up Keebler's last post, World, and let's talk about that for a second because I think she brings up a great point. So, are we everybody?
Yeah,
reading
he
it?
should have just let the kid keep walking and stayed away from him.
Yeah, it was a kid. It was a kid, not an adult.
Because
Yeah, he was 15.
Yeah,
He didn't know how old he was. He just
I stand with you on that, Keebler. I stand with you on that. I think a little bit.
But I'm going to say Connors actually said it on tape that he feels it was a justifiable sprain.
Yeah.
He did say that.
Well, we already know Connors don't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
But will the court
No,
look at it
for
that
once
way?
it was in Preston's favor.
Yeah.
Okay, is Preston from that town?
No.
No.
Okay, is that kid from that town?
Yes.
Okay, so if they do go to court or whatever it is, they got to go to
Yeah, what's the
see
judge
what's going
of that town gonna
on.
say?
Dragonette. No,
yeah.
this happened today. This instance I'm showing right now happened today. Probably. I want to say 2:00 ish. May have been later than that.
So he was on Bow's panel before this? Because he was on Bow's panel at like 11 o'clock this morning, wasn't it? 11 or 12.
Yeah, it had to have been because I'm trying to think of what time.
Because I don't remember hearing on Bow's panel about him talking about this interaction.
Yeah, because I had to be in Van Buren at 2:15, and when I got there, that's when this all started.
Oh yeah, for sure, Keebler.
Right after that,
Throw Keebler's other post up, World. Not the.
All right,
not
I'm back.
the
Sorry
one.
about that.
World, throw Keebler's post, the one she said they said on video, second to last.
yeah, they knew he was a minor.
Yeah. So they did because Flaw even said.
Oh yeah.
When Flaw was following him, Flaw even said he was a minor and said you're a kid and go home to mommy and all that. So yeah, they definitely knew for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was no doubt about it.
Canada,
but what his point, what he said was he put himself.
Okay, thanks, Canada.
Yeah, they're going to use that against them. If they watch the video, anything they're gonna say, well, you knew he was a minor, so why did you keep engaging with him? Why didn't you just be the adult and make sure you keep your distance from him?
Right. So is the parents pressing charge? Because that's who would have to press the charges is the parent.
Of course, they're going to press charges. You got a grown man miss your son. Of course, regardless if you think your son is in the wrong or the right, you're going to press charges.
Right.
Yeah.
But
most parents would.
I would.
But I'm going to say again, Connor himself made a comment. He did talk to him. He said, you should have backed down. He goes, I did back down a couple times. And he kept walking up to me. Yes, he was running his mouth, but the kid kept walking up to him. And Connors even said that it was a justifiable
Yeah.
sprain.
But you don't have to. I mean, you can go above Connor's head. You can go straight to the DA and let the DA file the paperwork. You don't
Right,
have
but
to go to the
you're
police
sitting
to
there.
do it. So, like the parent tomorrow could go to the DA of that county or that city and show everything to the DA, and the DA could pick up charges against Preston H. Right?
Right,
Yep.
but Preston H can actually take this to court. Here he's got a cop that is anti him, that hates him, and he's the one saying that it was justifiable from what he sees. So that would actually go in his favor.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, it would. It would sway a little bit on the judge, but they all work together. We know that the police, the DA, the freaking judges, they all work together. I mean, it's an uphill battle for when you're the defendant. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, in fact, Connors was actually trying. It seemed like he was pushing him to press charges on this kid. And he kept saying,
Preston
no,
H
I'm not
did.
press
He didn't.
on him.
Okay, he didn't.
He's a kid. He learned his lesson.
Well, we will hope. I mean, he got smurfed.
Mm-hmm.
The New England guys are starting to smurf people now. Them guys out there on the West Coast, they're slacking over there on their smurfings.
I know he needs to carry the blue. He was saying something about the stuff he had was orange. And it's like, yeah, you need to carry the blue to where that dye don't wear off for several days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see what color it was. I didn't even see it. I
Who's
just seen the
It's just a
kids.
regular orange pepper spray that you don't.
Who's seen the smurfing, the true Smurf blue smurfing that Furry Potato did over the weekend?
I saw that.
That's pretty funny.
When the guy was laying on the ground.
Yeah, but Furry got arrested too for that.
Yeah. But I seen today I was on my way home, and usually I don't watch her lives because she just talks a lot of crazy stuff. But since I was on my way home and there was nothing else to listen to, I just turned her live on today, and she was talking about it, and she said she wanted to go to jail. She was hoping she'd go to jail. She's trying to get her next
settlement.
Yeah, lawsuit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they always violate her rights, so she's ready for it.
I think Furry is the most assaulted auditor out there. Honestly, I mean, she's been shot,
stabbed.
I mean, yeah, like Furry's always getting assaulted, man.
All the time.
I remember watching that. I remember watching
behind her.
Yeah, I remember watching the video. I was actually watching it when she got shot. That was the craziest shit ever I seen in my life.
And that's what really got her going, filming churches and religious organizations.
Yeah.
And especially when the DA could have pressed charges against that security guard and did not.
Oh, so he had no charge, because I know he didn't get arrested that day, but I heard he got arrested the next day.
I don't know about that, but I heard that they didn't file charges against him.
Are you serious? He discharged his firearm, man, and hit somebody. Oh wow!
And that they called it a ricochet.
Oh wow, that's just
and
insane.
That's what I heard. But as far as I know, and the California District Attorney or Attorney General or whatever, and that is a real douche.
Yeah, aren't they all?
But I mean, really a douche.
Yeah. Furry, she's a trip. She keeps on going with that CCW thing too, man. That thing just has me. Oh, I'm so over that.
Hey, I think we have Jersey Watchers on his way.
All right, all right.
There
Yeah,
you
I'd
go. He
like to
just
talk to
popped up.
Jersey, man. Let's all congratulate him.
All
Uh,
right, y'all. Just to let y'all know, we have the infamous, one and only Jersey Watcher for mayor. How you doing, Jersey? Welcome to the panel, sir.
What's up? I want to let you know I'm warrant free. They put another warrant out for me. They're maliciously prosecuted and they're trying to target me, these Edison fucking pigs. But I want to let everyone know this. They're not gonna let me down. And let me tell you this, what these piece of shits are doing. I cursed off this one pig, right? What did I curse him off for? Because he had arrested me for calling this girl a princess, right? That was harassing me during my campaign commercial. So I saw him and I'm like, yo, I hope you die. I hope you cross the street, get hit by a car. And I guess he was so ego and butthurt, he must have went to his supervisor, complained. You know how these pieces of shit are. Oh, I can't believe this citizen actually had the nerve to speak his mind about me. Let's go. So basically, I got a warrant for constitutionally protected activity again for the second time this month.
oh wow.
Man, that's crazy. The other day I was waiting on Jersey to get on panel, and I didn't tell nobody. I said he might come, and then Jersey said, "Man, I'm hiding out. I got a warrant." So I didn't tell nobody. I just said Jersey, he got some shit going on, so he ain't gonna be able to make it.
I'm with my, I'm with my sugar mama. Hold on, let her
Yeah,
say what's up.
how you doing?
What's up?
What's
Yes,
up,
Hello.
ma'am.
Jersey for mayor?
Yeah.
Shit, the world is watching.
Well, I lost. I got 301 votes, but it's all right. I
It don't
went
matter,
from
man.
Don't
the
Shit.
matter.
one. The one is for the Spartan King Leonidas, and the 300 is for his legendary bodyguard. And I want to let the world know this. I always knew I was never gonna win or even come close to these two-party system, because they always trick the people. Even if people wanted to vote for me, they make the one guy seem so bad that they make the other piece of shit. They're like, oh, let's vote the other piece of shit. And so I
Yeah,
understand that, but
yeah.
this was
Politics.
always this was always for the kids, and I want everyone to know this. Um, when I did it, it didn't matter. Uh, hey, don't record me over there. It didn't matter, how many people laughing at me or whatever. I was willing to be a target because I just wanted all the kids out there to know, especially the cop watchers too. It's not just enough that we're recording the police. Let's record the government officials and also run for public office because these people can't stand to see regular people like us. And for the kids, I want them all to know this. Um, some people, they might talk about me. Even when I go in at the sheriff's department, I turn myself in. Some people might have some mistaken impression, like I'm famous or something. I'm still the same, always. You know, I, I'm not famous at all. I want I want all the kids that were told, you're gonna go to jail, you're gonna die, all the kids that they were told they were never gonna have a chance, that you always have a chance, and fuck these criminals, fuck these super predators, you know. And us as auditors, it's not enough for us just to record the cops. We gotta also watch out for not only the community, but especially for the kids, because that the kids is number one. The kids is worth more than gold, and that's why I ran for office, because I knew the two-party system is a joke, and I just wanted, if we can get more kids or auditors out there to run for office in their local community, then what I did was worth it. It was not a waste of time. E- and it's never a waste of time. It's never a waste of time to go out there and speak your mind. It's never a waste of time to. I'll tell you this, because I'm sorry, my words is all mixed up, because I just got out. I didn't have much sleep or nothing. I came straight here, but you know all all I can say is I love you. I love everybody because now that people actually watch the videos and stuff, it's like I'm not alone no more, and that really means a lot to me. Um, because these guys, I used to be alone going after them, and now it's like I got people watching my back, people in the comment section helping me out with my case, giving me suggestions, throwing out case laws and such, and I love all of you. I love you, World Citizen News, that you reached out to me, and um, that was pretty awesome. Um,
Jersey, man, we love you, brother. We salute you, man.
Man, you got a lot of people that got your back, Jersey. Whether you realize it or not, there's a lot of people, and you got people from all over the world that understand you, and that they got your back. You know.
you
So
know,
just go ahead.
it was it was always because before I even hit 25 in my area, half the kids that I grew up with, they had already died from the opioid epidemic and all that. And it wasn't even, I don't care about all these new people that move in. It was always more so all the kids I grew up with, all all my neighborhood that I used to know that they don't exist no more. I just hope they're in heaven, that they're proud that we fucked this two-party system because when we were kids, brother, they used to target us even big time because you got to understand they didn't have the body-worn cameras back then. They used to bash our fucking heads in, and this was back in elementary school and middle school and shit. And you know, I'm never gonna forget that. I'm never gonna forget how they treated us, how they targeted us. They would always say things like they didn't like the way how we dressed or how we looked. What the fuck does that matter? Aren't they there to protect and serve? Um, the fact that they even look at their own community members like that
Yeah,
goes
that's
to show
sad.
you, yeah, what is it? An us versus them mentality? They're supposed
And,
to be
and, and
looking out.
they come from the same hood, the same block you come from. They got their parents, their grandparents, their cousins, their relatives. But then when they see you, it's like for some reason you remind them of who they are, and they hate it.
And I wanna let you know this. They like to paint me as somebody that goes out there that I hate cops or I promote killing cops or something like that. No, not at all. I have there's a lot of good police officers and everyone has a job, a family to take care of and a job to do. I will never, if a police officer arrests me and I deserve to be arrested, World Citizen News, I break the law, I'm gonna be the first one to shake his hand because he's doing his job. A lot of the time they're fucking with me, arresting me, and I'm cursing them off, and later I'm a little bit ashamed of it because I don't want kids or nothing watching and seeing me, screaming at the cop, go fuck yourself, you put it this way, you should hear the shit I say to them when I'm not recording. You know what I mean? And like I really give it to these motherfuckers. And um, sometimes I'm ashamed of myself, how badly I give it into them, but at the end of the day, people they're like, oh, you're just doing it for views. No, with me, there's people like me and Jay Surreal Camera that we're just real always with the camera rolling, not rolling. This is more so that I got a chip on my shoulder and I'm never gonna forget what they did to us. And I know how they are, you know. It's not like this everywhere you go, but Edison is one of the worst. And it's time to get their gang mentality. It has to be over because and the only reason they've been getting away with this so long is because the politicians allowing it, you know. And but I just want to say this: I'm happy I'm out. I'm rolling a blunt. I'm with my super sugar mama, and you guys
I'm
can
happy
tell
you
me,
out. Shit,
huh?
roll your blunt, man. Puff that
Hell yeah.
motherfucker, cause we everybody doing their thing, man. So shit, I'm glad you out. Seems like they trying to lock everybody up, man.
And you know what? The first thing you do when you see a pig, for me, I don't even care if he's a cool cop or a bad cop. Just flip him the bird, even because if he's a cool cop, he ain't gonna give a shit because he's gonna be like, yeah, you know, he's doing his constitution. Just flip them the fucking bird. They can go fuck themselves. You know?
I love it. Love it.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Um, you know. But yeah.
We're definitely glad you're out, though. I'm glad you're out too, Jersey, man.
When my mind's all not fried, not discombobulated, I'll let you all know all the ways they targeted me, brothers, and you won't even believe it, man. But
Jersey, did
I,
you get my email about a week ago?
huh?
Did you get my email about a week ago?
I don't know because
All
I got
right,
to.
Jersey. We're gonna turn that into a show. Once you get discombobulated. Now, I believe Dragonette asked you a question. Did Jersey Watcher sub to WCN?
So oh yeah, I subscribe to World System News.
All right.
All right. Any questions for Jersey while he's here, man? Let him roll his thing, and y'all think of some questions to ask Jersey because I like Jersey. Jersey's a friend of mine, and we talk on and off camera. So I appreciate him stopping by and showing us some love.
Did Jersey? I do have a question, buddy. So I heard through the grapevine that they weren't allowing you into the. I don't know if it was the polling locations or what it was, but somewhere they weren't allowing you on election night.
Of course not, brother, because they put a warrant on me November 1st to not only keep me away, they probably wanted to keep me away also because they knew on that when they were going to celebrate that I was going to show up to their campaign headquarters and show how all the criminals and sex predators were partying together. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to show the people like, hey, look at all these people cheering each other on. These are the same people that are going to target you tomorrow. And they're so happy that they get to hold on to their seats of power. See, people, they don't understand, but that's actually the truth. Those are the fucking people.
So they ran an okey doke on you and put a warrant out for you the day before the election so you wouldn't come around.
See, that's to keep him away because, like you say, you got all of these criminals, all these weirdos partying together. You got the pedophiles, you got the rapists, you got the murders, you got all these demonic entities that they call themselves government, all doing these wicked things, and they don't want him around because they don't want to be witnessed. They want to freely do what they do.
I think Jersey should see about filing an 18 USC 241 242 deprivation of rights.
Now, what is that? Explain that to me.
And it's just a federal, and because you should have been allowed to be at a polling place or whatever, and at monitoring the elections.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're gonna say that I had a warrant. And I chose not to show up,
But you didn't have a warrant before the night before election night.
Yes, I did.
They
put it out. They put it out so fast on me, November the 1st, that
November 2nd was the night before election night. So
no, November
October 31st, you didn't have it.
No, I did not.
So you could say, hey, they put it out the night before election night to keep me from going to.
Yeah.
And it's worth a shot.
I mean, I got myself to blame because I cursed off the pig, but no, I can still, forget that. I'm still going after them for curse because I cursed them off on public property. That's it.
So it doesn't matter if you cursed them out or didn't curse them out. It was your First Amendment right.
Yeah.
And so did they drop it, Jersey? Is that how you got out, or did you have to bond out and all that and see a judge and all that good stuff? What happened?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think they were gonna try to keep me in because look, when it came time for me to see the judge, right? The judge that I was supposed to see, they didn't even allow him to see me. I think somehow, maybe my lawyer somehow came in behind the scenes and said we're not allowing any of these Edison judges to take care, because they're just persecuting him, you know. And NEWz, he showed, I don't know, I think he said something to them, and a new judge came in, and where they were gonna try to, but they were actually gonna put me inside the county jail again for constitutionally protected activities. Shame on them. And the new judge, he just let me right back out. I mean, for what? What did they? I think the judge and I think even the prosecutor looked at the way they were charging me, right? And he was admitting there can't be a first degree to this or a fourth degree to that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Well, if it's ongoing charge still, I'll leave that at that, and we won't talk about it no more for your privacy and whatnot.
Oh, say that again.
I said if it's still an ongoing thing and they didn't just drop charges on you, we'll leave it at that, because I don't want to mess with your your case or anything like that and get you in any kind of troubles.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, when you got the truth on your side, you don't got to worry about too much. I just got to follow through and file the right paperworks, and I believe.
Go ahead.
Yes,
I'm sorry, Jersey. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I believe have a little patience, and the truth always comes out, because lies, my friend, are like milk. It might taste good today, but over time, what happens to that milk? It turns rotten. It has an expiration date, right?
Wow.
So just give it a little bit of time, brothers, and the truth always reveals itself,
Yes, sir. Now I got a question for you, Jersey. Can you get in touch with Brian B and invite him to the panel if he's free?
Hell yeah.
Call get in touch with him. Tell him to come. We got questions for him too. Because I came across Brian B through you. I was watching you. I've been watching you for a while, for a long time. And then I remember one time you was at an event and you had some guy with glasses following you around. It was like, I'm gonna be your backup. I got your back. And I was like, who is this guy? Uh, I don't know about this guy. Jersey, you got to watch this guy. Because I'm like watching Jersey's back, and then come to find out they did Brian B bad. They came to his crib, did him bad. So now I'm following Brian B, and we need Brian B in here with us also.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get him ready for the next time around.
Okay, you get him prepped.
Now I have a quick question, Jersey. What's going on next election? Are you going for it or not?
Oh, say that again.
Are you going to go for the next election or not?
Well, I'll probably put my name in for the Board of Education, because it's always for the kids. I was thinking about running for Middlesex County Sheriff, right? But why waste my time against the two-party system when people are zombies and they're just going to vote for party? So maybe I'll just run again for the Board of Education. Maybe I'll run again next time. Who knows? But I just really love to record, and I want to focus on recording, having fun.
That's what I want to do, man. I just want to record.
And I think
but I'm never gonna stop. That doesn't mean just because I'm not running for office doesn't mean I'm gonna stop going. I'm gonna continue going to the meetings. I'm gonna continue holding them accountable, and that all that's never gonna change. But yeah, like I said, I never expected to win. I'm sick and tired of always voting for losers all the time on both sides. I don't want to, and it's time we have someone who represents our communities from now on. So people that we grew up with, that we went to school with.
Mm-hmm. Next time may be better. You might win next time.
I'm gonna have to bail. My headphone batteries are getting low.
Okay, zombie.
Okay, zombie. Thanks for coming.
Okay,
Hey,
All
what's
let,
up,
right.
zombie?
hey, doing good.
I got a question for you, Jersey. Now, the topic of this stream is basically, are your rights fading away, and if so, how? So, do you have any input on that? Do you have any
Absolutely.
opinion?
I want to
Okay, and
say I want to say our rights are going away from us no matter what. It doesn't matter if you vote Democrat. It doesn't matter if you vote Republican. You vote Democrat, your rights get taken away from you even faster. You vote Republican, they just get taken away from you just a little bit slower. Let us not forget who the party was, that it was George Bush and the Republican Party that did the Patriot Act. Remember that?
yes,
And
sir.
but so let's not let the we gotta always hold everyone accountable just because, whether they're Republicans, Democrats. What was the question? Because I'm a little
Well, the question basically is, are our rights fading away, and
hell yeah.
if so, how?
Hell yeah, your rights are fading away because the Freemasons, they came up with the brilliant thing to make people believe they have a choice. So they give people two options. You want your rights taken away faster or slower? That's what we have here, Democrat or Republican, you
Two
know?
sides of the same coin.
Hmm.
Hell yeah. And you know, all right, I don't got to tell you, look at me. They continue to arrest me for constitutionally protected activities all the time. Um, you know, uh even though you can sue and win, you got to understand a lot of people, they're disabled, they don't got the money, they don't got the education to even understand that, hey, their rights are being violated. That's why we need community advocates that have law degrees to be going around in the community. And anytime one of our community members gets charges on something, we got to investigate it personally. You know how many people pled guilty to things that they were innocent of just
Oh God.
because, you
Yeah, a
know,
lot of people.
Yeah.
they,
'Cause it-
I've even pled no contest back in the day. When I
yes.
was younger.
Yes.
You know, so
absolutely.
that's basically pleading guilty. They tell you, well, pleading no contest means you neither plead guilty nor saying you're innocent, but we're going to treat you as guilty. You
Yeah.
know,
I had to
so
plead
they
no
use
contest.
yeah, and they use all these different tactics because, like, and if you don't, then you're going to stay in jail. They let you out on pretrial release, different type of things. They make it seem like they're doing you a favor. In
Right.
reality, all they're doing is just squeezing you for every penny they can get.
That's what it's about too. It's about that dollar. It's about nothing else besides that dollar.
Hey,
Everything,
brother,
everything behind it is the money. The money is behind everything.
I, I
It's
got I
all
got to head out because my battery's about to die. But I
yes,
just
sir.
wanted to let you know everything's going good, and
Okay,
and we're gonna expose these motherfuckers because you can't. The truth always.
Oh, he died, man.
okay. Well, I'll text him. I'll text him later,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm still
I-
waiting on it to set up an actual interview with him.
yeah.
He's just been going through a lot of stuff. He, like
I
I
was,
said, I was talking to him the other day. He was like, "Man, I'm hiding out. I'm wanted. I got a warrant."
yeah.
I was like, "Okay, man, be safe. Shit, let me know
Uh,
what's going on." So he
I was
turned
gonna tell.
himself in.
I was gonna
And he
tell
just
him
got
to
out.
maybe touch
Yeah,
base with you and maybe get
he just
you to be able to
he
put
just
him and
texted me.
yeah, get you to be able to put him and Miss B maybe together, and Miss B may be able to help him out on what paperwork to file and all that because she's pretty fluent on what paperwork to file, so he doesn't have to spend money on lawyers. You know what I mean? On
Hmm.
certain little minor things that he has, because she's pretty good about knowing where you got to go and what you got to do.
All right, I'll see about that. He just texted me and just said battery dying. So
Right? Yeah, and I think Road Dog left his everything open, but he stepped out for a minute. He's on a phone call.
All right. All right. Well, let's see if we got anybody to snipe. Val doing anything tonight?
I think Bao had 2 streams already, so that's probably about his only time he's going to jump back on. I think is if if there's a smurfing that he knows he can see. I mean, I'm
Oh yeah,
honest, bro. Honest. That's honesty, man.
yeah. He'll be waiting for that content to pop up.
Right.
Yeah, and then
We got
he'll
let's
jump
see
on
what we got.
early in the morning with some coffee.
We got Rago Monkey. He's out cop watching. Epic's out. Looks like cop watching. Auditors of America's got a panel. World Citizens got a panel. Hippies got a panel. West Side Accountability, it looks like they're out cop watching. PDF's got a panel going on. Rebel City Dorks has a panel going on. And that's what I got. That's about what I got here. On lives on mine. My 400 subscriptions.
I don't got anything else to add to this live stream tonight, man. I think we can chalk this up as being part one, and then we'll do a part two in a couple of days. We'll just keep it short and sweet. That way we don't sound like a bunch of guys up here talking about nothing.
Before we
right,
go,
man.
though, I definitely
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
before we go, I'd definitely like to thank all the mods and all the people in chat for all the hard work the mods were out there doing, chasing things down, Keebler and Dragon that. I know Dragon that rolled out a little bit ago. But I think we had a pretty good panel.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It seems to get better and better. You know, the more we do it, it gets better. So
right.
And I appreciate you, man, for being on here, hanging out.
I appreciate you for calling and asking me.
Yeah, I like the questions you ask and everything, man. So you know.
I see things. I see things on a realist is what I call it. You know, I'm a realist. I see things. I watch all the little things and what I would do in the situation. You know, if I was a business owner or vice versa, you know. So
I appreciate it.
I try to be look at both sides of it. Other than the cops, I can't look at their side because they're a bunch of douchebags. But but a private business owner, you know, I mean, I am a private business owner myself. Like I said, even though I don't have a shop or a office or a public venue for people to walk into, my shop and my office is on 4 wheels and it says Chevy on the front.
Yeah. Once we build up more subs, we'll have more people come in. Now, what I'm gonna start doing is like once the mods come in, and have them post everything in their I believe community page and everything. So that may help out a little bit. But until then, man, this is just a learning experience. But I'm enjoying it. Road Dog, I appreciate you for being here, man. If you can't hear, if you watch this later. Like you say, thank to all the mods that was in here hanging out, doing what we do. Appreciate it. But until next time, I'm out.
All right. We'll talk to you guys all later. Thanks, WCN.
All right. I appreciate it, man.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye, dude.
Toodles.
All right, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, this is episode 1. Are your rights fading away? If so, how can you stop it if you can? I don't think so. Like I said, this is something that's going to keep continuing. It's going to get worse before it even gets any better. New World Order, One World Government, World Citizen NEWz. And I'm out.